will do a bit more thinking. He's a bit more diplomatic, perhaps.
You think I'd be able to, instead of having anything else, a little lambrusca each night?
No way.
A little wine.
No
I just said wine's
way.
okay.
No way.
Wine's not going to be fattening. A little lambrusca.
Get me down a bottle.
I've got some in the fridge, haven't you?
No, you haven't. No way.
What do you want this for?
I want to read what's on it.
Yeah, honestly, a little bit of red wine's not going to, like, a couple of little glasses a night. It's certainly
But
not.
you don't just drink a little
Well,
red
I will.
wine.
I'll just have a couple of little
You
glasses.
have 4 or 5 bottles.
I will not.
Do you want my glasses too? Oh, love, I wouldn't do that.
Well, I'll find something else to have.
You that desperate?
I'd like a drink, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what to do. Have a beer with soda water.
No, I'm not having a beer.
Wouldn't you prefer just a cup of coffee?
Nope.
Mick's a pretty fussy eater, so it's really hard to cook him something different. It's sort of the same thing every week over and over again. And he's just starting now to eat a bit more, like change his variety in food. He's even asked me to buy him fruit because of his car racing. He wants to stop eating so much junk, and he's got to have green apples, not red apples. He's got to have peaches, but I've got to peel the fur off them. He wants grapes, he wants green ones, not red ones. He wants bananas, he wants oranges, but they've got to be cut into 4. So he's got all these little instructions with what he wants, but I've never in 11 years seen Mick eat a grape or a peach. And all of a sudden now he's asked for grapes and peaches.
Meanwhile, back at our house, it was hell for leather once again.
Tomorrow, I thought about 11 o'clock we'd trade in and get your uniform. Because Mother's got the money for it.
Everything that I say, you have to say something
Well, you said to
different.
me last week, Mum, can we go and get my uniform next week? And I said yes.
I said Mark, Scott and I are going in to get our uniforms and stuff.
Well, that won't be possible because I have to pay for it.
I've only got to get a couple of pairs of shorts and stuff.
Well, I'll still go with you.
It's a waste of time you coming, mate.
I just cut it out.
I'm not going in tomorrow.
I can't go any other day.
I don't. What's the use of you coming?
How? I'm not going to send you just blindly off with $300.
What have I got to get? A couple of pairs of shorts and some shirts.
Well, can you put them on a charge account?
What?
Can you charge them?
What do you mean?
Can you, Michael Baker, charge them to me?
I don't see why you have to come.
Well, I'm going because it's my money.
Oh, it's just watching myself. Watching what Michael does, have a little bit to say. I think when I was brought up, I was told little kids were seen and not heard and sort of stuff. You know how kids are, they always want to be with the oldies and talk with the oldies and that. And I'm just watching myself sort of like he's starting to answer back, he's starting not to do the work, he's starting to eat things that aren't really good for him and that.
Am I stupid? Is there something wrong with me today?
No, not at all.
No matter,
What you just said, nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, you said to me last week, will I go and get your uniforms?
I said that.
You did?
I said I've got to go get some summer
You
uniform.
didn't say you were going with Mark and...
I never asked you to come with me.
in the meantime.
Well, at 11 o'clock tomorrow, I'm taking you in to get your uniform. And then I'm going to pay for your uniform.
What's the issue? You leaving work for no reason?
Well, what's the point of me giving you $300 and you telling me when you get to Central Station that you've lost it?
From?
Well, you need 3 pairs of shorts and 3 shirts.
That's not going to add
You
up to
need
3.
socks. I've really quite had enough of it. I think you better just bring him back and just tell him that's what's going to
We've
happen.
just told him he's going in tomorrow with you. Or he doesn't go. Simple as that. If he doesn't want to go, don't worry about it.
Now, what are you going to do, the grass?
Just give Alan a bit.
It's got a couple in it.
Now, would you like to give her some of those pamphlets out this afternoon? Or are you too tired?
I was going to do it tomorrow, but yeah, you're organising my life,
Mate, that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. To organise your life.
You're very spiteful today, Mark.
I'm not being spiteful. I've hardly spoken to you.
Exactly.
That's why I'm in there listening to him getting in trouble. I'll come out to him and say, righto, do this right now, so you're not in trouble. And same with his school, because when I left home and I stayed at a mate's place for, say, the last month of my year 10 before the exams, I was living in a mate's place and, I mucked up totally with schoolwork and I don't want him to see him do this because he's twice as smart as me and Joanne put together. Because, he wakes up, he reads a book. The only books I read are surfing magazines, you know.
My older brother is always treating me like an adult, when my mother is always treating me like a child.
He's rather spoilt. He gets most things that, that we can afford, but he has a lot of toys. He always has had a lot of toys, but then we've always had a lot of toys. I don't think that children should have quite as much as Michael, although he's pretty sensible. But I think you can give them too much too soon. But he's got to earn his next lot to get anything special like a speedboat. And I don't think he needs it just at the present moment. You know, he's only young.
Laurie?
Laurie? Oh, Laurie. Sometimes he can be the nicest guy, like the best dad in the world, you know. And sometimes he can really get me going, like really get me fired. And I'll get really angry at him. Just come up here and just sit on the bed and listen to music and stuff. But sometimes he's especially as he's getting older, he's mellowing a bit.
You haven't brought your blood pressure down enough, unfortunately.
Still the same, is it?
It's still too much. Well, we'll have to increase your Plendil then.
Right.
What are you on, one a day?
One of a morning, yeah.
So take 2 a day, one in the morning, one at night.
Okay.
Let's see if Laurie passed his test or not, like his medical. See if he can drive again.
Why can't he drive?
Because he's in bad condition.
Really?
Yeah, he didn't pass any of his tests.
Laurie, mate, he's overweight, high blood pressure, a drunk, disorderly, stresses out. He won't pass.
And he's overweight, got everything. That'll be the phone. Hello? Alan was right. Laurie did fail his medical, but he went on to another doctor and eventually passed the test.
Oh, he's crazy. One of these days he'll drop at my feet and that'll be the end of Laurie. We have to sell up all these boats and cars and God knows what.
Got you working, mate? Thanks, darling. Got you working? Oh, I'm all right. You go? Yeah. What do you say? Not a problem. Think you're okay? I've got to go and do an EAC test.
ECG?
Yeah, you don't have to do it because you're...
Yeah, I did one. I had that one.
When?
Today, up there. I was right on the limit.
He said, do you smoke or drink? I said, oh, I don't smoke. I said, I do have the occasional drink. He said, what would you drink? I said, oh, I suppose I'd have minimum 2, maximum 4 of an afternoon. I said, probably 6 or 7 on Saturdays and Sundays. Oh, that's not too bad, he said.
Oh, dirty mongrel.
Then I pumped him full of Finnegan and took him down there because he couldn't drive, and he's passed. So that's good news. No, to the one round at Carring Bar. Yes.
You have any trouble with blood pressure? I said, no. He said, oh, you're right on the limit. He said, you'll be okay, but... And he
That's
said,
why I said you ask him all about what the ifs and
and then he said
buts
to me,
are.
I better get your weight, he weighed me. He said, 99. So he got me different than the other bloke. Give me a pound lighter. Well, a kilo lighter, actually. Kilo lighter, 99. And he said, I think from memory last time I put you through, he said, I put down on the form, a powerfully built man. That's why he said, well, you're certainly not fat. He said, you've got a bit of weight there. He said, but I wouldn't call you fat. I said, no, I didn't think so. He said, no. He said, you'll be right. He said, I just write on the form, powerfully built.
It's just great being a dad. I know there's some bastard times in front of me, little fella, when he's probably 18 or 20, will probably want to try and knock me block off or something like that. I know I thought about it and stuff like that, but till then, I wouldn't have it any other way, but... And Mummy, can't leave her out. She's our mate. Mum's the best.
It's unreal being a parent. I never thought it would be this good after what everyone's told me and watching what my parents went through with us kids. I never ever thought being a parent would be a joy, but I am loving it.
Oh no, the diet's gone now. I've got the licence. Don't have to worry about the diet anymore.
Good day.
It's all over now.
But I don't remember much tonight because my head's going around in circles. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, yeah, don't drink. You've had Finnegan. I forgot all about that.
I think it was you that offered you the beer, Mum.
I'll tell you what, you say much more today and you're gone.
Come on, Kitty.
Did you get my other drink?
I was waiting for you to finish off the one that you got there. Look how much is left.
If I don't finish that one, then I haven't drunk as much. Did you hear that donkey ring us at 10 o'clock last night?
That's right, I heard that.
You flip. It affects me in someone at 10 past 10
I wasn't
on a
going to
Sunday
answer
night
it,
about a
actually.
car.
I was nearly...
No, and I'm half asleep and dropping things and...
Oh, really?
You got no idea, eh?
That's not sauce! That's not sauce. Do you want some sauce?
I'm falling asleep.
Give me that. Do you want some...
It's in the motor sauce, please. Did you tell him what I took? I can't even talk. I'm having trouble talking. My mouth won't open.
That's all I need. Just spoil the sauce some more.
Just a bit if you had the sitting, I would have poured that on.
Then go to bed.
I'm going to have to. I'm going to fall asleep in a minute.
We've got an air conditioner and pool at our house, where Dione and Paul haven't. So since Kane, they've been coming round quite a bit to cool off. It also gives Mum an excuse to hold and cuddle her grandson.
I tell you, it's hotter in our house than it is outside. And we've got every window and every door open in the house. Even when he's a year old, he's going to be feeling the heat worse than he is now.
Of course he is.
He doesn't
start
realise
putting some
now.
money together for the deposit on your home. We've
Yeah,
got
I
to
know.
start thinking about it. Now, if you say 50, you come to me, I'll give you 50. That's 100 a week. It's not going to take as long, is it?
No.
Because, you know, $50 is $50, Dione. It's so hard to get it, as you well know.
I know.
I'm not being bossy with you either. I'm only just trying to be...
I understand, I know. I know how hard it is.
But if even we
Only gonna
both
get
put
worse.
altogether $100 a week away, it won't take that long.
No, I know.
So let's get you on the way to a deposit on the home.
Oh, no. Me tomatoes, they're all dying.
I always say to my kids, if you go flatting or renting, don't have animals. Don't have the animals because they cost money. I know I've got two. I've got 2 dogs, 2 cats, 2 birds. It costs money. Now those dogs must cost probably more than what my boxes cost me. Take them to the vet. When I first had Paul, I had a 2-bedroom little sort of cottage. It was just a cottage in Rotorua, and not very much money. No money, but we managed. So I suppose, you know, you think about it, I think the first thing they've got to do is get into something, perhaps a unit, and let the animals go, which is probably their saving money. It would cost them at least the same as me, $60 a week.
At the moment, I don't want to move. At the moment, it's just like, if I could find a really nice brick house for about the same price, can't go not even $10 more, I'd move.
And if you
But
can
it's so
find one
hard
cheaper,
now. It's so hard. It's really
what if I
hard
found
to
you one
find.
cheaper, nicer, cooler?
It's a matter of getting your bond money together again.
No, you don't. You just transfer
we
it
can
over.
transfer that over, darling.
Yeah.
You just transfer that.
But we've got to think about the holes in the walls.
Yeah, like there's a bit of repairs to be done at home first.
We can get a removalist in a day. We can have it out in a day, can't we?
Easy. You'll come home and go, what's going on?
Dog's gone, bird's gone.
You walk into an empty house, there'll be a note on the fridge. No, there won't even be a fridge there, a note on the front door.
Like his father, Mick also decided to get fit. You see, these old geriatrics have to take a lot of time out to get their body in premium condition.
Away we go. Oh, it's not a jog, put it in a bit.
Mick's matured a lot in his driving in the last 12 months to what he used to be. He was he raced in Appendix J there for a while. He had a Holden, and he got in the car and he thought he was going to come out and win straight off. He thought that we were a bunch of oldies that were driving around and he could come out and just cream us. It didn't look so tough at all. But he found out that it's not like that at all because And Mick, you know, he smashed a car up a few times and ran into a few other people and never really did much good. I think the best he finished was probably 12th or 10th or something. So there's obviously more to it than what meets the eye, and you know, he found out the hard way.
Up and sprint to the end.
I think he's like me in a lot of ways. You know, he's lucky because he's got youth on his side. He's at 28 or 27, whatever he is. He's sort of he's got another 10 or 15 years in front of him in his prime for driving the car, and I think he'll get better and better as he goes along now. And we've got a pretty good car, so I can see him going really well.
Although he had passed his medical, Laurie is still rather angry at Mick, believing that he hadn't done his best to help sell the car.
I asked Mick to get Dino over to fix up the problem. It just flattens the batteries. It's on all the time, the ignition. When you leave the key off, the ignition's on. Remember?
Hasn't he been putting it out the front?
No. Oh, no, it's too hard. Been no petrol in it. Been too busy.
Oh, didn't he put petrol in from last week?
What do you think I've been? I'm in the run down buying petrol, getting the battery for it, taking the other battery back.
Oh, God damn.
I've got the wall there. I'll take me billy cart to him. I'm worried about the Commodore.
Oh, he is naughty. Why didn't they ring us and say we can't put it out the front, come and do something about it?
What's the point of putting it up there? All it's doing is getting knocked around. It's covered in shit and finger and dirty marks. I watched it the other day for nothing. It hasn't been anywhere.
Oh, dear.
Well, I thought I'll just tell him that.
When I went today to get the car, it's out of petrol. I drove down the service station to get some petrol because he didn't even have a container there. I'm running around trying to find a container to get the petrol. I get that, I get in it, it won't start. The battery's flat because I haven't fixed that up. So I take Dino back his battery, he lent me his new battery, said, mate, your battery's stuffed. Borrowed another one off him. I don't think you're an idiot. What'd you hear?
I'll go make your coffee. All right?
Just lately she's got a bit bossy, like with moving out, doing this, doing that.
In a way, I can, she wants to help. She's doing
says
it for
save money.
Kane.
She
wants
says save
Kane
money.
to be cool and,
Save money, get rid of your animals.
I don't want to move
It's
at
like
the
telling
moment.
her, righto, get rid of Amber and Ginger.
Yeah.
You need money, you're selling all your toys and that. Why don't you sell your animals? It's stupid. I don't need to listen to crap like that, Sell your animals. Sure, you don't have an animal to get rid of 2 years down the track, You just don't do it.
Yeah, but in a way, like I said, she wants to help, us cope with the heat and him. That's why she wants us to move, but, well, I don't want to go through that removal shit again. No more hair.
Yeah, it's still got a bit of a wave in it, isn't it?
I can't handle it like this. Smells of Joyco.
You've got to tread very, very gently with Paul and Dione. I went up to the hospital the day I was up there with Laurie, and Paul rang me that night and said, Mum, I kept on saying, I'd love to pick him up. Can I pick him up? Can I wake him up? And they took exception to it, so I've got to tread very, very carefully, because they're very possessive little parents at the moment. No, don't they? Yeah?
No.
Yeah? Hang on. Look, the best nappy he's had in ages.
I'm not going to be told what to do with my son. No more. I've had it. Instead of them giving us advice, they could help us out. Whether it be lend us money or whatever, I'm not saying, and I've got to stress this to everybody, I'm not there to bludge money, When I went round and told Mum the house was hot, it wasn't for her to give me the money for an air cooler, I just said the house is hot.
Come on now. Come on. Woo dear. In it goes. Yes, you don't like water, do you? No, I don't like water either.
When you go over and explain your situation, like how I'm virtually bankrupt, they have the height to tell you that you can save and stuff like that, or get rid of your dogs and shit like that. And it's bullshit. As I said yesterday, mate, I spend probably what my mum would spend in a week on our dogs and birds and whatever in, say, a month.
I got a cup of coffee.
Now, Kane, you've got to behave yourself here. Will you stop doing that?
That's like in Lucas.
I'll be in trouble.
Gosh, when I had Paul, I was dressmaking from home, had 2 boarders, went ushering at a theatre of a night time. Paul's father was a labourer during the day and a cleaner of a night time. But you've got to do it. And if you're persistent enough, someone's going to say, all right, fine, you know, give you a job. How do you feel? How do you feel?
It's race day and it's Mick's debut in the new race car. I think he's kind of nervous at the moment.
You take this up to the media centre. It's above us, just roughly just above us. Give it to Ingrid. Tell them that's the change in name, so that they get it right over the microphone.
To
right?
Ingrid.
To Ingrid in the media centre, just upstairs. All right?
The nights before he races, he doesn't sleep one bit. He might sleep for a couple of hours, but getting to sleep is a problem. Then once he wakes up during the night, he can't get back to sleep. And on the way to the track, he's nervous and nothing that you say to him, he's not really listening, he's just thinking about what's going to happen. Everything's just going straight over his head.
Volt meter come up then? Yeah. Just every now and again, if you get a chance, just turn it on for half a lap or something, your gearbox. This is it. Come on, Mick. Straight line, he's just nursing it. He's just keeping in front of the BMW. Still holding him. And I think he's just holding it there, that he's just doing, that's all he's doing.
To know that your husband's out there and he's not far behind all the big guys. So that's really good.
He's right. He's where he was. He's keeping his distance from that black car, but he's just taking it easy. He's just taking it easy. He's got 4 to go, love. Keep your fingers crossed and everything else.
My heart's going bang, bang, bang.
I'd sooner be in the car than out here. Well, it'd be easy. I hate it out here.
He's got no fear. He just goes for it. As quick as he can go, he'll just go to his limit. Half the time I think he goes over his limit. He just goes for it.
If his times are down now, he's having a bit of a problem, I'd say.
He's not there. Yes, he is.
He's not in it. He's not in the finish. Yes, he is. He's the next car round. Come on, Mick, just get it there, mate. Oh, shit, it is.
Oh, no.
It's him coming in, mate. I think she's... I'd say he's got no oil pressure.
So far, including buying the car and racing at Eastern Creek the other week, it's cost about $25,000. But I suppose his hobby is just more expensive than anything that I could use $25,000 for.
I reckon you can see oil coming out of it. A lot of smoke. Where's it coming from then?
A few days later, Mick was looking for the problem. It looks like it's going to cost a bit of money to fix it, and that'll hurt him for a while.
I'm going to get up next time I see him. That's freaking disgusting.
Yeah, well, you think they'd have a dozen of those parts hanging around if they've got so many
they could have
cars.
easily just said, oh, look, you know, we haven't got one on us, we'll put it in for you or something.
Yeah.
I've got a race out like that.
It's just had it. It's blown a head gasket, or it's blown the head or something. It's a cracked head, and it'll cost about $600 to fix. And Paul had to apply for a loan this afternoon to get the money because we don't have it, obviously. And we don't have a car. We need the car, you know. So that's another debt to pay off.
It's probably got a broken ring, cracked piston, something pretty serious. So unfortunately, it's not just a matter of fixing the oil leak. The motor's got to come out and be stripped down and rebuilt, basically. There's not much else we can do about it. it's probably going to run into a few dollars.
It's not fair, you know. We've got enough on our plate at the moment and we don't need this. I mean, Paul is just like suicidal at the moment. He said to me today on the phone, he was so upset and he just said, yeah, I've just had it, you know, I just feel like anything at all, it's not worth it. Like, all we've seemed to do is dig hit and get deeper and deeper into debt. It's just, you know, why can't it happen to someone who's got money?
Diane and Paul are going through a pretty rough time at the moment, but little do they know, there's some laughs coming ahead, especially in the next episode. So watch it.
Hello there, I'm Jay.
And I'm the Doctor.
We're from Triple J, and coming up at 9:30 on Tuesday night on JTV XL, we're going to be having a listen to